My name is Michael Dana. In 2008, I was diagnosed with a rare brain cancer, and after 6 years, I was cancer-free. But the ordeal left me changed, with a different outlook on life and a new sense of priorities. While still recovering, I earned a degree in economics from UNC Chapel Hill. My studies taught me to analyze data and open my mind to see things differently. I also started formal training in the martial arts to better defend myself and use it as a means of extreme physical therapy. Since then, I've obtained black belts in 3 martial arts. I own and run a martial arts school and have logged over 51 teaching hours. To my friends and family, I'm a simple business owner. But to the martial arts world, I'm something else. I am Sifu Mike, and this is Dragon Theory.
Alright guys, hope you're doing well. This episode is really geared more towards the people who have done martial arts before or are currently doing martial arts, and that's because the topic is actually that I think you're not actually being taught. You're being told what to do and not told how to do it. Okay, that's the big thing in the topic that I'm talking about today, and actually that you are not doing as much as you can, and you could be doing a whole lot better. You're just being told what to do and not how to do it. It's a much bigger thing for me to tell you to kick like 50 times in a minute versus having you actually kick 50 times in a minute. Alright, so it's going to be a difference in repping out the skill, and I kind of talked about that in a previous video as far as being able to do the amount of reps. Okay, so most people only have a certain amount of time in a week to do martial arts, so they go to a martial arts class to learn how to do stuff, and by learning they need to actually do it. Okay, we're talking about information that to really learn it, to get it fine-grained into your brain and muscle memory, you actually have to physically do it. But instead, you're often told that you have to do it, and you don't know how to do it. I've yet to meet anybody who is exceptional at doing the thing they've never done. Alright, so that's kind of what it is. And I can't tell you how many times I've had people come to me and were like, hey, so-and-so told me I need to learn head movement, I need to do this, I need submission defense and whatever like that. And like, they don't even know the submissions that they need to defend against. They don't know what goes into moving their head. They don't know how to do these things that should be taught to them in class. Alright, and so it's a totally different thing. Now, this comes out of 2 main reasons. There can be lots of reasons for this. I typically see it in the martial arts that do a whole lot of heavy contact sparring, that they're often told what to do and not actually taught how to do it, right? They're not being told how to do it. They're just, told to figure it out for themselves, okay? And a lot of this comes from the fact that if you've seen my, again, previous videos, right, I talk about how martial art classes are typically set up and oriented as similar to academic colleges, right? And with that, you have the incentive to learn the stuff. Most of the time, the professors will tell you, hey, do this, do that, do this, read this chapter. They won't tell you what's in this chapter necessarily. They'll tell you to read the chapter and do it for yourself. Learn for yourself. Your job is to learn, right? So a lot of martial arts schools are set up exactly the same, and they tell you, you gotta do this thing, do that thing. And the thing is that the incentive is not the same, alright? The incentive to go to college is not the same as, going and doing martial arts. And I covered that also in a previous video. It's all kind of connected. But the point is that you're told to figure it out for your own, right? And you can be a whole lot better. Now, if you're good at being able to figure it out on your own, by all means, go to the website, thedragonmethod.com, and there's a whole bunch of videos that will actually tell you how to do stuff, right? And they'll show you how to do it and figure it out for yourself. Again, that's thedragonmethod.com. Alright, got lots of videos there. It's like over 24 hours of footage on all kinds of different types of martial arts you can think of, right? But if you need to actually do stuff with a person, okay, you have to do it, okay? Not being told to do it. Now, the other main reason why you're often told to do a technique is because the person who is telling you, your instructor, 9 times out of 10, they were told to teach. They weren't taught how to teach. They were just told to teach. They're trying to figure it out via trial and error. So it's entirely possible they simply don't know. And it's not their fault because it wasn't their responsibility in the first place to know how to do the thing they were never told to do. Alright? Or told how to do. Right? So they had to figure it out via trial and error, and you're a guinea pig. Right? And so they know that you're supposed to do a thing because that's what they do, because they're awesome, right? But they don't know what actually goes into play with that thing. So it's a matter of just ignorance coming down through the food chain, because maybe their instructor also was never taught how to teach. He was just told to teach, and he had to figure it out via trial and error. So this could really go back decades, right? Entire generations of people just thinking they know how to do this thing they've never been told how to do. Right? It happens all the time. Doesn't mean that you're bad, right? Some martial art is better than no martial art. Okay, it just means you can be a whole lot better, and that's what you deserve. You deserve to be the absolute best. You don't deserve to try and figure things out on your own time outside of class when you don't have that time outside of class, right? That's why you go to class, is to learn the martial arts. So you're there to do it, not being told what it is that you have to do, and then hopefully maybe through osmosis or whatever like that, you'll figure out what it is or how it is that you're supposed to do this thing. Okay, and a lot of times you have people who are naturally athletic who just kind of figure this thing out, or they do other sports or martial arts or anything that have a physical skill that is similar. Their body knows how to do that thing because they did something else. Everything you do physically can be related to another thing physically. Just you might have to tweak it a little bit, change it just to fit the context a little bit better. Okay, human body can only move in so many different ways. Right? And it's like a broken record, man. I keep saying this all the time. Right? It's all the same, just different names, right? Different contexts. Okay, but the whole point here is that you have to be told how to do it instead of just being told to do it. Because I'm speaking from experience, man. I spent several years just being told that I need to do this and do this and do this, and here's this list of things that you have to know, and then I'd be like, well, how do I do these things? What are they? They're in a language I can't pronounce. Okay, it might as well be a Chinese menu or whatever like that. And so I then had to spend years trial and error, figure out, or go to somebody who will tell me what it is that I'm doing. Okay, this is really how you get like multiple interpretations of the same thing, right? A lot of forms and katas, everybody does them differently because they're not exactly told what it is that they're actually doing, how to do it, right? They're just told to do it, and so they have to kind of figure it out via trial and error. Like I said, you can be a whole lot better, right? You deserve to be a whole lot better, and if you're in a martial arts school and class, okay, I want you to really think about that, because like I've been there, man. I've been in classes where I was spending more time listening to the instructor tell me about the thing that I need to do instead of actually doing it myself, right? I want to do it. That's what I'm there for. Most people are in martial arts to either get self-defense or fitness. Neither of those is just listening to somebody talk, right? So that's the deal. Okay, you need to spend more time doing, like I said, I got a whole episode on repetition, okay, but you have to understand that sometimes your teacher may not actually be teaching you, okay? He might just be telling you that you need to do this thing, and you're like, I don't even know what that is. I came to you to find out what this thing is that I need to do, and you're just telling me, oh, it exists. It might as well be like a website, a Wikipedia, or whatever like that. I'm not actually telling you how to go about doing this, moving your body, right? It's a physical skill. You gotta be able to do it, man. Right? That's the easiest way to learn. It's the easiest way to get good at it is by doing it all the time, right? And you can't do that if you don't know what you're doing. Very simple, right? Very, very simple. So, like I said, if you are good at kind of figuring things out for yourself, right? There's a whole bunch of videos on YouTube. I got a YouTube channel, tkfmma, right? Which just happens to be the Facebook page I got, Twitter account, and Instagram account, right? All of TKF MMA and my website, tkfmma.com. Okay, it's all TKF MMA. So that's the thing. But if you need instruction, if you need me to actually teach you how to do something, go to dragonmethod.com. All right, thedragonmethod.com, and that's where I have video tutorials on how to do a bunch of stuff. Right, everything you can possibly think of. Go and check out that website. So I got my YouTube channel, I got Dragon Method, I got a whole bunch of resources to make you the best you possible. And that's what I want. I want you to be the best you possible. I want you to learn as much as you can, do as much as you can, and, you know, be awesome, because that's kind of what we all want, right? So, anyways, hope you learned something, and hopefully I'm not talking about your particular situation, and your instructor is awesome is actually teaching you how to do something instead of just saying, hey, do this thing, right? So, yeah, make sure to tune in next time, because I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of these things, man. I try to bust one at least every week. I've got a whole bunch more. Right? I got tkfmma.com. Alright? That's my website. So, anyways, take it easy, guys. Hope you're doing good. Hope you learned something. Alright.